All right. Well, thanks for joining us today. It's great to be on AWS On Air. Love being here. Great place to interact with the developer community as well as people who are leading some of the most cutting edge aspects of our day-to-day. So very excited today. I'm joined by Anthony Robbins, the VP of Federal at NVIDIA, a man of many talents. And Anthony, I apologize in advance, but I have to embarrass you because this is amazing. You were recently announced by GovConWire as one of the 6 most influential leaders in AI. Amazing stuff. So it's going to be tough to beat that. But
Well, hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. As I shared with my team, it's more about the body of work that the team has contributed to over time, than any one person. So this bringing AI to the federal government is a giant team sport, and I just happen to represent a pretty good team right now.
Well, I can't say enough how much we appreciate you. So I'm going to just cut to the chase because I'm really excited what you have to hear what you have to say today. So to kick it off, could you tell us a little bit more about the AWS relationship with NVIDIA?
Yeah, I can, and super excited about it. Participating in the AWS DC Summit is a great opportunity because it's one of the most exciting times in the history of technology right now. And of course, we'll talk a little bit about Gen AI today, but the AWS relationship goes back some 12 years. And in fact, it goes back to an interesting point in technology history when you think about AI coming out of the frozen winter. That occurred in and around 2012. And so the AWS and NVIDIA relationship goes back that far. And so we've got more than a decade of working together, build exceptional engineering engagement, and building out world-class infrastructure and solutions that can be provided to this government marketplace kind of right now. And so I'm super excited about the partnership, the history of this relationship, and most excited about the ability to add value to a really big marketplace, a really complex marketplace at a really important time.
Yes, time is definitely of the essence. And so that kind of brings me to what it really all comes down to. So what are some of the key use cases where AWS and NVIDIA teams engage?
Well, there's a lot of them. In fact, I think there's dozens of them, frankly. The government market is a really big marketplace. It's really complex. Some people say it's overregulated. Whatever it is, it's for sure complex. And so there's 7 or 8 use cases that appear to be top of mind with respect to our relationship. So data science, is a really big opportunity. The federal government is one of the largest producers and consumers of data by any market, with the exception of the cloud service providers, of course. And so the work that we can do for the federal government with respect to data science is really significant. And we'll actually talk about a win that we had together there here in just a moment. The area of robotics. Robotics is a part of the work that the U.S. Postal Service does. So across civilian agencies, and of course, it's a part of the work inside the Department of Defense and its capability and capacity that this relationship has. Autonomous systems is something that we can help the government with. High performance computing, of course, and supercomputing is an area where we have capacity and capabilities today. Cybersecurity, for sure. In fact, the federal government spends something like $22 billion a year trying to address the enormity of the cybersecurity challenge. And NVIDIA and AWS have value to add to that really great challenge. Digital twins. The government and its contractor community has a lot of factories. They build a lot of really complex things. And in the area of digital twins, it's an area where AWS and NVIDIA are making a contribution and could add immediately value. And of course, last but not least is in the world of generative AI. Generative AI is created a buzz heard around the world. Our 2 companies are working on that. Everybody in the federal government should be contemplating what AI means for their mission responsibilities for their agency, and that includes all 14 cabinet level civilian agencies, and of course the Department of Defense and the contractor community. So James, listen, I just rattled off 7 or 8 use cases, which seems to touch like every part of the federal government, and there's probably dozens more. And the beauty about this partnership, with a decade or more of experience that we have together, we have immediate capability and capacity to help a really complex marketplace right now. And I think that's really important to wrap your arms around.
It is, and it's amazing. I understand quite a bit about NVIDIA, but when it comes to seeing what your team has done, it's blown me away over the last year, and how you've been able to come in and solve and solution for people and customers with such quick turnaround and expertise. So amazing stuff. And that kind of leads into an exciting announcement that you made on March 21st. I was hoping you could share with everyone.
Yeah, so AWS and NVIDIA had an announcement on March 21st about providing next generation of infrastructure for the large language model work that is occurring now, or needs to occur as we advance the world of generative AI, across the marketplace. And so today in the announcement, we said you could put together clusters of 10,000 GPUs to bring high performance and supercomputing capability to the important AI work that needs to happen. And soon, that you'll be able to put together 20,000 GPU clusters. So think about it, bringing AI supercomputers on demand to the marketplace. And it's incredible, and it's super impressive. And you get there because there's been long-standing engineering relationship that's been going, as I mentioned, going on more than a decade. So it's really great capability and capacity that exists between the two companies, and it creates a market opportunity for sure.
Yes, amazing. I didn't realize there was that many. That much computing power.
Yeah, I mean, just say it out loud, right? You bring an AI supercomputer to customers or markets or segments, on demand. It's pretty incredible.
It's amazing, and I think that's the amazing part about when it comes to access to people when they need it. Amazing. And something you teased out a little bit earlier when it came to a win, or really a win for the world. It's something along the lines of what AWS and NVIDIA are doing, some cutting edge solutions together in the climate space. And I was hoping you could share a little bit more about that work.
Yeah, sure. So NOAA recently made an award to Lockheed Martin, where the Lockheed team and NVIDIA is a part of that, and we're going to be using AWS GPU capacity for a project they call the Earth Observation Digital Twin. And it's quite frankly, it's going to be awesome. But we're going to prototype something that combines data from a variety of sources, so to give the climate researchers kind of a one-stop shop for infrastructure resources to help them do important work that they're doing in and around the climate challenge. And and in the end, this NOAA believes that this resource is going to provide timely global visualization of massive data sets. And I referenced earlier that the federal government is one of the largest producers and consumers of data. And so we're going to work with Lockheed and AWS and to create some visualization tools for them to manage these massive amount of data sets. And we're already off working on this together. And and it's just one example of the kind of work that we could do for every civilian agency and across the Department of Defense and the contractor community. So I'm excited about bringing this 12-year relationship, amazing capability and capacity to a really complex marketplace at a really interesting time, which is exactly where we are right now. So excited about this one.
Amazing. And it's very exciting for me as well because it's going to change everybody's life as we go on. And I think that kind of ties into the whole fact that, everybody knows NVIDIA for GPUs when it comes to, my first 1080 to the 4090 I recently got. You can see the box behind me. But they don't see all the work that we're doing in the AI space that you mentioned. And so it's really helpful for you to share that. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions there, I'll put the link into the chat. You can go ahead and go to our website. And you can reach out to us if there's a question you have, or you can subscribe to our newsletter. And then the most exciting thing is, you can catch Anthony in person at the AWS DC Summit. He'll be giving a talk, Unlock the Power of Government, Top Use Cases in Government. And so that's on June 8th at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's going to be room 146B. And so if you're at the summit, that's a must-attend session. You're going to hear some cutting-edge use cases when it comes to AI. And check out our booth at 315, and there could be a chance you could get one of our famous NVIDIA rulers there. And then, check out our webpage, and you can see some of the great things that we're doing in the public sector space. You can reach out to us. There's a button to click there, as well as I highly recommend you sign up for our monthly newsletter. So I can't say thank you enough for joining us today, Anthony. Amazing stuff. I'm still reeling from your March 21st announcement. Just the scale of it's mind-boggling.
It's an exciting time for us right now. It's an exciting time for this partnership to be in service to the federal marketplace. And there's a lot of work to do, so we're ready to get started.
Amazing. Well, thank you. And thanks everybody for joining us. Our next segment is coming up, so stay tuned. But if you have any questions, go to put those in the chat, or go ahead and go to our website and feel free to contact us there. Thank you.